The Oklahoma Cooperative Extension Service has educational programs throughout Oklahoma, and in several areas there are groups of volunteers called Master Gardeners, and they handle a lot of the horticultural questions and other types of programs through the state. And today we're in Pottawatomie County and we're talking to Don Britton. Hi Don,
Hi Steve,
welcome
how are
to the
you
show.
today? Thank you.
And in Pottawatomie County, you guys have a program with your Master Gardeners that's a little bit different than some of the other programs. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
Sure, be glad to. Actually, ours is a joint county effort with Seminole County, so it's a Pottawatomie Seminole County, and we do it together as a dual county operation. We do the Master Gardening training just like everyone else, where they receive the 40 or 50 hours of instruction, but in our 40-hour payback program, it's all done through community service. We don't man the phones or anything like that. It's all through a kind of a beautification project and community service payback.
Sounds like a really good program, and you guys have done projects around Pottawatomie County, and including where we are here today, and even some of this planting.
Right. This is our third year into it. We're today at the Heart of Oklahoma Exposition Center, which will be hosting the International Finals Youth Rodeo, which starts on July 9th. So one of the projects this year was to help out here. We've done about 4 or 5 flower beds out here, and of course you're going to be visiting with some of our Master Gardeners that's been involved in some of these projects, and then we're going to be stopping at a few other places here downtown and over in Seminole later on today.
Well, sounds great, Don. Let's go take a look at some of those plantings.
Okay, thank you.
Hello, ladies. This is Terry Clover and Diane West, a couple Master Gardeners here at Pottawatomie County. And this is a wonderful bed that you've put together. I really love the mixture of colors and plants that you've used. Can you tell me what was here before you guys started this project?
Well, actually, it was just a flat dirt only. There was nothing else there, a few weeds, and then we brought in some topsoil and some compost out of the stalls here and mixed that together and made a berm, and brought in some rocks, and we just kind of started from there.
It looks like there might have been a drainage problem.
There was. We had a really bad drainage problem, so we built up the back of the bed with some extra soil, made it a little bit higher at the back than the front.
And your choice of plant material really looks good. There are different types of plants. You've got a really good mix of herbaceous plant material, and also like the shrubs, and you also wanted to go with a few evergreens.
Right, we wanted to get something that we would have next year so we could come back in, bring in some color, some annuals, but have an established kind of form to the bed and not have to start completely over.
Okay, and this is only one of the beds you did, is that correct?
Yes, there's one on the other side of the arena that's the same size, and we had the same problem over there, so we just started from scratch.
Well, I think you've done a really good job.
And we did try to pick up a few Oklahoma proven plants. The purple fountain grass.
Excellent choice.
The scavola.
The scavola, the
Scavola,
fanflower,
yes.
very good choice. Well, I think you've done an outstanding job. I'm sure everyone around here appreciates it. Well, we're going to go look at some other Master Gardener projects downtown. Is that right, Don?
That's correct.
All right. Well, here we are in downtown Shawnee, and you guys have a few projects going on down here?
Yes, we've developed a lot of the flower beds in the downtown area here with our parking lots, and I'd like to introduce Charlotte Enda and Tom Terry,
Hello,
some more of
Steve.
our Master Gardeners that's been
How are
working
you?
on these projects.
Well, tell me a little bit about this bed you created right here.
Well, this was a group of about 5 or 6 of us from the Master Gardening class, and we wanted to primarily stay with perennials that would continue to come back. Do you remember Steve Dobbs from that hosted Shawnee Gardening? He talked about blue stem, and you've talked about the pincushion flower. And here's a little Dusty Miller, Mexican zinnias, the Autumn Joy sedum.
It's a good choice,
Little-
good tough plant. How long ago did you plant these perennials?
This was last summer, and actually last summer I think we had a few more plants that we may have lost, but these are all second-year plants.
They look really good. I especially like the big blue stem there.
Yes.
That's a very good color, and that's one of your favorite cultivars, right, Tom?
Yes, it is. And also the pincushion flower that you talked about at the Gardening with Experts program in Shawnee. It's been really pretty this year.
It's outstanding. And you have some Dusty Miller over there in bloom.
Yes, it has a brighter bloom than I would have expected. I forget because it doesn't bloom very often.
Yeah, I think some folks may not know that these will overwinter occasionally here in Oklahoma, so it's looking really good. Well, you guys have done a really good job. I enjoy seeing all these perennials, and it's nice to know we have some really good master gardeners taking care of this downtown area.
Thank you.
Thank you, Steve.
Well, Don, here we are in Seminole, and you guys have some stuff going on here.
Yes, we're at the Jasmine Moran Children's Museum, and we have two of our master gardeners from Seminole here. We have Darlene Wallace.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Kay Levy.
Hi.
Hi,
And
Kay.
this is actually the third year they've been working on this project.
Okay. Well, I understand that you guys had your choice of all the areas on the grounds here, and you chose this area. Can you tell me a little bit about why you picked this area to start with?
Well, we wanted to pick something that was going to be seen by the community. We picked a high-profile area here because the sign is what everyone sees. The highway goes by, so everyone that comes by sees this sign and what the master gardeners have done.
Well, it looks really good, and the shapes are particular to the design also, right?
Well, we thought that we wanted to pick something that was, that the kids would find interesting to look at, the shapes as well as the color, texture. We have summer interest, winter interest with foliage as well as color. And we have a triangle bed here and a circle bed over there, a semicircle, an oval on top, and a trapezoid on the other side, which are a little hard to tell, make out the shapes because the foliage is, pretty mature at this point, but it's there.
In the wintertime, we have pansies mostly, and you can see the shapes much better because a lot of this is just dry foliage.
Okay. Well, it's very creative and looks very good.
Thank you.
I guess you have another bed over here we can go take a look at.
I see that you've noticed our whirligigs.
Yeah, why do you have all these in the bed here?
We have a real gopher problem out here, and we have found that the movement of the whirligigs seems to defray the gophers from invading our territory.
Interesting. Well, this is a nice large bed, and you have a really large boulder up there in the center.
Which we really didn't know was there when we first got started. There were three huge Elaeagnus shrubs that were small trees that we came in and decided to clear. And as you can see, there's one still left in the bed that we pruned to maintain its shape, but we were left with this beautiful rock that we decided to landscape around.
Well, it looks really good. I love the choices of shrubs and perennials you have in here. And this large gas meter, do you have plans for that?
That's funny you should ask because we didn't know if we should cover it up, camouflage it. I don't know how the gas people even read the meter, but we exposed the meter when we cut back the shrub. We decided that we wanted to paint it, and we got permission from the local gas company, and we haven't painted it as of yet, but that's the next project. And so it's going to look like a
man from outer space or something. It's gonna be
A man from outer space.
Yeah, or it could be a woman.
a space
That'll
creature.
be really fun. That'll be really fun for the children.
And there's a forsythia planted just below it or behind it so that it'll kind of gracefully arch out in the spring. You'll have pretty, flowering yellow branches coming through it.
That'll look nice. Well, I really love the blocks of orange and yellow marigolds. I think you really get a big impact of color when you plant them that way. And I see you have a soaker hose to water the bed.
Yeah, we did that for low maintenance. All you have to do is turn on the faucet and leave it on for a few hours at a time. You can see it right now because we mulch every year with free mulch from the city, and we're waiting on a load of it right now, and it'll be covered up, and it'll help retain the water for the plants to grow in. on the soil.
Every season we've tried different colors out here, and we found that the yellows and oranges show up they're so bright from the street that we've pretty much stuck with that as the main, color scheme out here. And we add other colors to it. So.
They look really good. You ladies have done a really good job.
Thank you, Steve. Appreciate it.
Thanks for coming to see us.
We hope you've enjoyed this classic from the Oklahoma Gardening Vault. Remember, even though these tips and techniques are timeless, there's always something new to learn in the world of gardening. By subscribing to both Oklahoma Gardening and OK Gardening Classics, you'll have access to a wealth of gardening knowledge, both classic and contemporary.